Hello and welcome to vlog number 107. And out to my garden again. We've got crows in the background. Sounds of nature. So yeah, okay, so what's been happening in the last 3 weeks? Quite a bit actually. A few little gripes. Yodel have changed to InPost. Fine. Things change all the time. So I got my my Beer 52 notification. It's being delivered by InPost. Click here for your 2-hour delivery slot. Clicks. Download our app to view your 2-hour... And the thing is, that link also contains tracking information. Check the app permissions. And yes, they do sell your data. They actually state in the app permissions, they sell your data. So no, I'm not having an app. I had an argument with their AI chatbot, and the only reason I did that is because of the chance of it getting fed back to a human being, to say that I'd never voluntarily use their service, and I'm going to give feedback to everybody who does use their service to please don't use it because of that invasive app. No, if it can't be done on a website, don't force it through it. If it can always be done on a website. It doesn't need an app. The only reason for the app is to track you and sell your data. So they can go and bugger off. Okay. I got the same generous person who gave me the Mr. Do board sent me some arcade stuff. A couple of joysticks. A 60-in-1 or Jammer arcade board. It is emulation, but 60 games in one, like I'm used with the Jammer. That's weird with the sound mind, but I am going to do a mega stream with that one day. No set date for that one yet. And yeah, very pleased with that. Joysticks. There's 2 sticks there which have got. I think they actually came with the board. There's 2 joysticks which you can quickly flip between 4 and 8 way. There's one with a handle and fire button on top. Again, I think it came with the board, a power supply, so now I've got a backup power supply. Or maybe I'll set up a second system. I could set up this Jammer board on a VGA monitor, almost permanently set up. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. So, yes. Yeah, so thank you for that, Pete, QED. UPS, my uninterruptible power supply has failed, as I said last time. I think I said it last time anyway. But yeah, I was right in my confidence of Ski Power getting back to me for the warranty. They didn't even respond. Not a peep from them. Not even a "we've got your message." Nothing. So I got hold of Amazon and got a full refund. And got a few things with that. So yeah, Ski Power, only, they got my money and that's it, stuff you. Well, I got my money back. So stuff you, Ski Power. I won't be buying from you again. I think my next UPS won't be that at all. I'm going to get some decent Anker power supplies that are basically mobile power supplies. But yeah, that's next year, so... Whether I keep one in the house, do I really need a UPS anymore? That's the question. Might just get one for when I go out and about. So yes, that's a good thing. UPS refund. Now we got some bad news. Some technical issues. And I'm going to insert a sound clip here.
Oh, drat these computers. They're so naughty and so complex. I could pinch them.
And yes, my son has lost another computer to a power blip. So that's going to be a few £100 again to get fixed, and this time I can't upfront the money for him, so it's going to be a while before he can get that done. I'm going to do this one myself, though. I'm going to get new motherboard, new CPU, a bit at a time. Not me, he's going to pay for it, but yeah, we'll see how that goes. And also, before it plugs in again, I'm going to make sure he puts a surge protector in the socket, because that's the 3rd computer that's gone from that same socket. So, my daughter as well, a Google Pixel tablet, she cracked the screen somehow. She still don't know how she cracked the screen. So that's something else that's got to be sorted out. £300 if you wanted to get it repaired via Google, because it's outside the warranty. Not that that's covered by warranty anyway. But I found a place for £159. I could possibly do it myself, but I could just as easily make a mess of it. I mean, I've done it before with a phone. I've used a heat gun on a phone, but it's not really the sort of thing I want to do. So yeah, that's £159 to get repaired, which again, because she was forced out of her job, she can't afford to do that right now. So that's another thing that's going to have to wait a while. Probably until I get my pension next. Well, it's not the pension. The pension's going away. The pension's not being used for stuff, but I am getting another engineman's payout. Not as much as last time, but yeah, I'm getting an engineman's payout. So yeah, that'll help towards that, I suppose. So yeah, and on other technical fronts, I bought a USB sound card, hopefully, to solve this. I mean, the sound card in there is fine when you fresh boot on my PC. Another cough. But if you reboot, I think there's something in the card. It fails to reset some of the registers, and it forgets things, and it keeps mixing up. The computer system thinks all the speakers are going the right way. They're all being routed the right way. But in the sound card then, they come out muddled. And not only are they in the wrong place, they change locations. So the front left speaker could go over to the rear right speaker. And then in 5 minutes' time, it can go over to the bloody rear left speaker or for the front centre. And, it drives me nuts. So I thought I'd try a USB one. It sounded fine to start with. Then it get almost straight away gabbled. I thought, oh my goodness. Tried it in a different USB port. Tried it in a complete section on its own on a PCI card. Nope. I think it has trouble with the 5.1. So either I need to get a higher quality USB one or just struggle along with what I got. But yeah, another sound failure. All because I didn't think that the motherboard when I got my new PC last year wouldn't support full 5.1 audio. I put everything else I needed on there and got that. I didn't stress the audio because I assumed they were all 5.1. Dull bugger. Okay, one of the things I did get from the UPS refund was this. It's a T48 programmer. And the thing is, I wanted to do a ROM swap on the Mr. Do board that I got. It's Mr. Do DU, and I wanted to see if I could put Mr. Do DO fixed version on there. I wasn't sure if the fixed version had copy protection in there. You can tell that because it just repeats the first level. So I couldn't flash it with the programmer I got. My TL866 Plus 2 Plus will only go up to 18 volts, and the 4K EPROMs need 21. So this is the programmer I got, and that worked. So I did a ROM swap, and I did a test, and it's perfect. I now have Mr. Do fixed, and of course it's completely reversible just by swapping the ROMs back. Completely reversible. No damage done, no permanent changes. If I want to go back, just swap the ROMs. Brilliant. So now I got even more flexibility with old kit. And I did buy an amp for the double Dragon board. I will fit that one day. I'm not going to do it while the weather's like this because I just don't feel like being in one place. I certainly don't feel like being indoors while I go through all the rigmarole of desoldering the 8 pins and resoldering fresh. The resoldering is basically nothing, but the desoldering is often tricky. And I do have a desolder station. But and the other thing again is testing it and setting up the arcade stuff is a little bit not tricky at all. It's just a bit involved. It just takes a bit of time. And I don't want to spend time indoors. Not when the weather's like this. So yeah, that's for the very, very near future. Something else I got, and this is recent, like the last 2 days that I've tested it out, is a Nintendo 64 controller with USB. And I'm going to do this now. That can be the thumbnail. But yeah, and it was a little bit tricky to set up on the Mister, but I had to. What I was missing out was you need to use the the tilt settings, that's the analog controller. Once you did that, it works identical to a proper, a full Nintendo 64 controller on the Nintendo 64 core of the Mister. Tested it out on Mario 64, and I actually cleared a level, which is something I could never do with other controllers, because you cannot set up that button, the Z button. Sorry, no, it looks like an awkward controller, don't it? You basically, I'm going to stand up, hold it like that. You ignore this. Hold it like that. There we go. Got your finger on the trigger. Hold it like that. If you do need the D-pad instead, hold it like that. There we go. Hopefully that came out. I can't see it on the screen, but hopefully that came out, and it wasn't. It wasn't extreme close up. But yeah, it's don't overcomplicate things. Basically, okay. I've always criticised the Nintendo 64 controller until I actually started using it the other day. So, yeah, there we go. Okay, what's next? Fix. Really, the VIC Rally X, VIC 20 Rally X you can download is broken. Every single one you download is broken. So I did a search for a fix, and I found one. When whoever did the dump of the cartridge failed to dump the very last byte, and that's why once you get past the third level, the challenging stage, it doesn't know where to look for the new data, for the new map data. So it just puts garbage on the screen. 1 byte change, and bingo, fixed. You can play it perfect now. Very difficult game. It's tough to get up to that level. even that level is tough to get up to, but yeah, it works now. So yeah, of course, Rally X. Radar Rat Race was the first game I ever owned on the VIC-20, which was my first computer. So. And the reason it was Radar Rat Race and not Rally X was because Namco said, "Nah, you don't." Oh yeah, one of my favourite all-time games. Briefly, to use your drone, you need a flyer ID and an operator ID. Now, I can't remember which one's which, to be perfectly honest, but one you renew every year, and it costs you a small fee. And when you renew every 5 years, it's free, and you've got to take an exam to do it. Well, I did that, both of them, and now I'm clear for the next 5 years on the test subjects. So yeah, I have found out that the drone which doesn't have remote ID will have remote ID, because it's just a firmware update before it's required in 2028. If it's going to fly in the UK, it needs a remote ID to fly, and I believe it's just a software update for any drone. So providing the manufacturer is providing software updates, they can provide a remote ID, because it's all built into the Wi-Fi system. So there we go. My phone updated to Android 17. I thought, oh god, here we go. I don't like these major updates, do my head in because they change too much, but they haven't changed much. It's not much different from Android 16. So that's one thing which, yeah. And also, my computer has upgraded from kernel 6.16, I think it was, to 7.0. Now, the last time I went on a major version update, it wouldn't compile the capture card or VirtualBox. Well, before I upgraded to 7, I checked when VirtualBox was last updated, and it was fairly recent, so I think that's okay. Got some fresh drivers for the capture card from the GitHub, because they're not on their webpage. You've got to go to the GitHub. They do get on their webpage eventually, but when you're keeping up to date with the kernel, it's not quick enough. They got a GitHub, and it's on there. It's on there, bang, sorted. But I was working when I got this. It didn't automatically go up to 7, so I just stick it in the 6.16 line, and I waited until TimeShift had done this. When I let it run TimeShift once a week, which is a complete system backup, so I could back up if anything went wrong. Compiled the capture drivers. They worked, so I knew they were okay, but I didn't know if they were okay to 7, so I updated to kernel 7, and now we got dogs, and that worked. Rebooted. I did it overnight because of that song problem. Actually, I did a quick reboot and checked everything, and it was all fine. And then the next day, since then, everything's fine again. Hasn't cured the OBS problem. I got a feeling I know what that is, and why it wasn't obvious last time. I think it's the Savvy Chatbot, because it's only since I put the Savvy Chatbot in, which I did when Stream Elements was looking doubtful, that it started happening. It freezes up, locks up, stops working, and it still carries on streaming until you change scene or something, and then it locks up and stops. You got to kill it, force kill it, and restart it. So yeah, when I checked it, I just made the chatbot invisible, not realising it's still running in the background. So now I've disabled it in the background. Yesterday it went for 2 3/4 hours without crashing, so fingers crossed, hey? Fingers crossed. So that is another good thing. Okay, now for the crux of this. Days out. I've had 2 weeks. I had 2 weeks leave. Best leave I've had for ages. Sun was shining through the whole lot. Not too hot, at least not too hot for me. It was a little bit on the warm side for some of the family, but yeah. Did a quick day trip down to Penarth with the dogs the one day, and they still can't be taken out where there's a lot of people. There were only a few people. They're not unfriendly dogs, but they are very, very excitable. They did enjoy the beach, because there's no signs there to say no dogs on the beach. We took it on the beach for 5 minutes. So that was the first one. Didn't go many places really, but we did go places. We went to Porthcawl then on the Monday of the second week, and I've put a video of that up separately. Boy, what a difference Coney Beach is now. It's nothing. It's terrible. Though they died, and I believe they're charging now. But when I was there, because of the time of year, I got free car parking in the high tide car park. Apparently they're charging now, I've been informed. But yes, so at least there's something to do there, because that's privately owned and they're not going anywhere. They're proud to say it. They're really upfront. We're not going anywhere. We're staying. So yeah, but everything else is changing down there. And when I started, this was all quiet. And now listen to it. I got the workmen in the bloody in the lane. So I do apologise for this. Yeah, coming from Porthcawl, we went to Barry Island, and I managed to get a space on the front. You got 2 hours parking there, so that's fine. I was free. I like free parking. Especially when it's not in Monopoly. Yeah, so we did a bit of Barry, had a look around there. I did go for a paddle there, and we got a little spider there. Look at this, come on. There you go. I think I heard that spider, damn it. Didn't want to do that. Anyway, so, did go for a paddle there. Went to Tenby then on the Wednesday, and I found the car park at South Beach, which was right on the beach, basically. It could get up there. Disabled access was steep. It was a steep ramp, but yeah, not true disabled access, because it's going to be you've got a limit on the incline. But I helped push the mobility scooter up. It could have made it, but it was the engine was struggling, so I gave it a push, got that up. Had a bit of roar on there. They went in one arcade and managed to come out within a few minutes with 1 win off a claw machine. They ended up with 3 wins off claw machines in like 15 minutes, which is amazing. So yeah, definitely came out up from the claw machines. Got some sweets, came back to the beach, did some drone footage. Wind was saying, nah, you're not doing this for long. But I did a few of the features in the car park as well. Did go for a dip, and I did go fully in at Tenby, not just a paddle, because we did bring towels for that. So yeah, I did that. Tenby was fun. Up to Tenby and back on a single charge, and it was the same then for Friday, West Midlands Safari Park, up and back on a single charge, including a round at the park. So yes, West Midlands Safari Park. Didn't see a lot of the animals. They seemed to be hiding out of the sun because it was quite warm up there. But yeah, I do like this time of year. It was pretty quiet, although there were some school outings there, which was a little bit. They were mostly in when we got into the amusement, the fairground attractions. Didn't go on many. We're going to go on the log flume type thing. But that broke while we were in the queue. Isn't that nice? Yeah. I did go on the Dodgems, did go on a mini roller coaster type thing, and got video footage of that. When I put that up online, who knows if I ever do. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Just if I can be bothered. I'll be perfectly honest there. But yes, another good day out. So all in all, very, very good. Very pleased with that holiday. And and we still got the nice weather. Apparently until at least the end of the month. So yeah. Okay. So on to the shout-outs for the people who have commented on my videos in the 3 weeks since my last vlog. So I'll put that there, see if I can look at it. Okay, these are Colin Thompson, Anthony Thomas, Darksider Video, Robert Retro Gaming, Mark Blaster, Lucas Rainford, Novabug, John Gilb, and Pepsi Max 1. So there we go. That's my vlog. Quiet out here, but a little few interruptions. Crows at the start. We had a few dogs barking. The bloody... I thought they were going to start all that bloody branch cutting in the rain then, and they haven't done that, so that's good. So yeah, that's the end of this vlog. And until the next one in 3 weeks, I shall see you. You have fun now. Take care. Enjoy the weather. Ta-ra for now.